Hello and welcome to the podcast. You may have heard us before. We are the Gremlin Gang and we wanted to talk a bit more football, so we've started the new Highline podcast. Today we're here with our Premier League 11, and to keep us all having different teams, we've all picked different, been randomly assigned different formations. So I've got 4-3-3, and we'll introduce the people now. So we've got Safe.
Hi, I'm Safe, your token American. In our group chat, I was greeted with the fact that I was going to be forced to build a 4-4-2 of the best Premier League players this season.
All right, and then Scott.
I'm Scott, and I'm from the land of Colchis, and I was given the 4-2-3-1 formation of the strongest 11 I could choose from.
And then Freddie.
Freddie, Londoner. Got a 3-4-3 formation, and I hated it.
And then finally, Jürgen.
I was handed the 3-5-2 formation.
So yeah, we were tasked with creating the best Premier League 11 based around our formations, and we've got different formations, obviously, to make it as different as we possibly can. But we're going to have a few of the same players. But we've already been told by a couple of people that there might be some controversial picks. But we'll get onto that. So who would like to start?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Harry, this is your podcast.
Okay, I'll start. And we'll go with my goalkeeper. And I think probably the most easy pick on my team. Well, I've gone Edison. I think that's probably the most solid option. I did have as a backup option Alisson and Mendy, but
so
I
like your Brazilians.
Yeah.
You think both the Brazilians stand pretty much alone at the top?
Yeah. Well, I've got Mendy in there as well, based on last season and so far this season. But Edison over 2 years and this year so far. Well, he's just a good goalkeeper. He's been quite good these couple of years. And I think he is probably the best one. Do you not agree?
I don't agree.
We'll find out.
I
disagree.
All right, okay. There we go.
Can I please retort that any match that Edison has faced more than 2 shots on target, he's conceded a goal. He's never made more than 2 saves a season. 2 saves. Yeah, he's made more than 2 saves a season. 2 saves in a match this season, which is a sign of City's defense just as well. Like, that is taxes.
Yeah,
if they get a shot off, they have higher, got better quality shots to face. In a back 3/5, because a lot of the playmaking's done from one linchpin at centre back, I have taken away the need for footy techers from my goalkeeper. So I want aerial claims on lock, and I want shot stopping. So I have actually gone with Edouard Mendy.
See, him and Alisson are very close second.
I think I wouldn't take him if I didn't ask one of my centre backs to do a lot of passing, but I don't need that as much. So I want someone really good from the claims, and I want someone, and I think he's probably the best shot stopper. And again, sort of the City thing of with a back 3, if you're getting a shot off, it's probably either from distance and therefore pretty good shot, or from close by and reflexes. So I elevated shot stopping a bit higher. So I might not be my best goalkeeper, but I think he fits my team. I've got.
I like Edison, basically what you said for the playmaking ability he has as a goalkeeper. I like the passing ability in a back 4. I think it's quite helpful, But yeah, Mendy.
He just doesn't save many shots, bro. That's worrying me.
Yeah, it can be an issue. But Mendy is like. Well, they're all going to be good picks, to be fair, apart from maybe some that,
Is anyone outside the 3?
What?
Anyone
outside those 3 keepers? No. Anyone got a case for Alisson then?
No.
Oh, wow. Wow. That surprised me. I thought Alisson would be the most favourite.
So who's gone with who?
I've gone with Mendy.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. I've gone with Mendy as well.
Yeah.
thought it was going to be controversial with Mendy.
Wow, 4 of us went
Wait,
Mendy.
I'm the only one that went
Oh
Edison.
wow!
I went
I'm
Edward
really
Mendy.
surprised by that.
That's
I wrote
interesting.
down.
I can't believe that Mendy's 29. I thought he was younger.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. So did
Yeah.
He feels like a younger player.
Wasn't there like some stat that like 10 years ago he was unemployed or something?
Yeah.
I think a
Four.
lot
I
of
don't know.
people that come out the French league have that stat because I don't think it's very hard to elevate yourself in the French league.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Like they always get-
Allison.
Did you know
Allison-
before Conte went back to back, he was serving pizzas to the, it's like, yeah, but he's just like the third division in France is semi-pro. Like
Yeah.
you can elevate
Yeah.
yourself very quickly.
Yeah, but Allison was my second pick actually.
Was it?
Yeah,
I
he,
didn't have
he
a
would have been my
second
second pick. I would have picked Allison over Ederson personally.
Okay, why? So why do you rate Allison higher?
I feel like they're very similar, and Ederson might edge it with the passing, as you say, but I feel like Ederson, there's just like a lot more mess ups on his part. So Allison edges it with the reliability, in my opinion.
Yes,
That-
that's fine.
Ederson
think if-
also will put his boot in somebody's face. Like,
That is a
It's
thing
crazy,
he did.
innit?
Yeah.
I
that
think
is-
I think if I had to pick
That is a
the
risky
best
run.
goalkeeper, I think I'd take Allison. I
Fair.
just think my team needs a Mendy more.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think mine needs
Interesting.
Edison more. So yeah.
It's also hard to judge Mendy because he does play in a back three. Back
Yeah,
five.
it does
Yeah,
have that
yeah.
sort.
That's-
And that's another
that's-
thing. I've also picked a couple players. I'm sure you've done the same, Jörg, who have familiarity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I picked Mendy. I think he had such a good season last season for Chelsea.
He is
I
incredible.
think-
Yeah.
I think Chelsea conceded like second least goals
Yeah.
last season. I
From-
think it was, and that was half the season with Lampard.
Oh, was that? I
Can't
thought that
stop.
was from Lampard, from Tuchel coming in. Was that from the whole season?
Yeah. I think if I remember correctly, it was the entire season, and
Oh.
the Kepa played a couple of games too. You know, so I think
Huge
Mendy.
cap attacks.
So Mendy is
Enormous.
really good in the back three or back five. As I
is Kepa
gone
still
for.
the most expensive goalkeeper ever?
yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Yes.
He won't be
Heck
beaten.
yeah.
Yeah, he won't.
Heck
He
yeah.
won't be. I
No.
think because there's no. I think what Mendy's done is
Yeah.
prove that you never need
Yeah.
to do that because you can look more along stats. Like the thing,
Yeah.
the problem with like Athletic Bilbao is they can just tell you to just go away if you don't like. Okay, well we can sign 3 players a year. So if we
Yeah.
sell one, it's for the release clause.
Yeah.
And Chelsea,
Yeah.
who are Chelsea staying at? Caballero. And they're like, yeah, we probably need a goalkeeper. So they just paid what 80 million euros. Like there's no need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel
I
like
had-
goalie is like the hardest position to judge, like how good somebody's gonna be.
Yeah. There's so many different factors.
Yeah, I
mean,
think
yeah.
a bad team goalie and a good team goalie can both look immense.
We
Like
saw
for
that.
6
yeah.
months, Newcastle fans were telling me Dubravka was the top 2,
Yeah.
and they might be right. They
Yeah.
might be
Yeah.
right, but
They
I
might.
just-
Drogba is a good goalkeeper.
But all-
my
yeah.
eyes,
He
but
is, he
when
is.
when Freddie Woodman and Carl Darlow also have shown a lot in that Newcastle side.
Yeah.
yeah,
does-
you think.
does
But then
Yeah.
you look at someone like Andre Onana, who has that when Ajax got to the finals, or well, they got the finals of Europa
Semi.
League, semis of Champions League, and you go, oh, he's astounding. Why has no one picked him up? It's like he plays such a specific footy.
Yeah.
It's hard
Yeah.
to judge a goal. So ideally, you want one when you want to scout a goalkeeper, you need to have them play as Neuer's understudy, and then you want to have them play for like Burnley, and then you want to have them play for someone like Emery's Arsenal. You can see 30
It's
shots a game,
also
and you
like,
need to see him in all 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's also the position where I feel like you could get just like a random big dude off the street.
Yeah.
If
That
he
was
has
me.
something
That was
wrong-
me. I
if he-
was.
If he has something wrong with his brain, he'll be a good goalkeeper.
Yeah. Yeah.
Edison.
Yeah,
Edison. Edison.
Some
Yeah.
Basically.
lunatic they got off the streets of Rio Ave.
Yeah, 'cause he's
I
tired.
had 4 different choices for goalkeeper.
Who's
Who's your
fourth?
fourth?
Really?
With no
I had,
Allison.
I had Mendy, Edison, Allison, and Emmy Martins.
Mm.
He
And
was
I-
at the bottom of that list. He
I
hasn't
think-
had that good of a season this season, but I went mostly
Yeah.
for this.
Yeah,
I-
yeah.
I do like,
This
and he
season
does
and
sort
last
of fit
season
the
out.
lunatic off the street.
Yeah.
I would-
mentality.
I wouldn't
But
be mad at Casper Schmeichel being in the discussion as well.
Neither.
That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
Schmeichel's that exact sort of thing. Is like he's played at Leicester so long and not outperformed, but performed exactly to what they've needed for so long that they'll never sign another goalkeeper.
No.
There's
He's
a
gone.
reason you
Yeah.
see goalkeeper most in the outside the top 6. That's the position
Yeah.
where
Yeah,
goalkeepers rated the highest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's also one of those things that like the best goalkeeper you've never seen. Like it's when United like elected De Gea their player of the season like 6 years in a row. So yeah, but your team stinks.
Yeah.
Like De Gea is your player of the season, and
Yeah.
when he falls off a cliff, and he did, it's like, wow, our team stinks. Like, yeah,
Is
it
De
does. Like, you
Gea
don't-
the most overrated player of all time?
no,
Not of all time.
I don't
not-
think he's close. Like, I
Of
think he was
recent
very
memory.
good. I think
Yeah.
he was very good. I think he peaked early, and then because he peaked early and got so good so quickly, people thought it was going to keep going up.
Mm.
And then he never got better from like 24-year-old, and
Yeah.
then got worse. But it's like, oh, but we expected so much more. But I mean, never.
And now he's at a point where he's played so much, you can't really drop him. You know,
Yeah.
I'd give it a
I
good
don't know.
go.
I would.
I'd give it a good go.
I'd give it
like
a good
Dean
go.
Henderson. I like Dean Henderson.
I would.
I like Dean Henderson, but De Gea has been there so long and has been like the main guy for a lot of their managers. They're gonna find it hard to drop him anyway.
He has been decent, hasn't he? From what I've
This
heard.
season he's been.
Yeah, he's been quite good
Very
this
season.
But he'll have 1 in 3.
Yeah.
He'll have 1 in 3 where you go, wow, De Gea. Like I think he probably actually was the player of the season. He might have been the Premier League player of the season, that 17-18 season.
Yeah.
Where did Mourinho finish second with that team? And you look back at it and go, like,
Yeah.
that's actually.
Is Mourinho good?
Was that the season where we should have beat them at the Emirates, but we lost
Like
3-1?
5, yeah, we should have beaten like
Yeah.
5-1 and we
Yeah.
lost 3-1.
Yeah.
All our goals were
That's the one
individual
where he
errors.
made like 19
And then-
saves in the game.
Yeah. I think it's still the record. for
Should we
most
add-
saves in a game.
We are all
That's
Arsenal
so
fans.
painful.
We are,
Yeah.
we are
Yeah.
all Arsenal fans, but we
Yeah.
have no bias. I'm
We-
trying not to be
There's-
biased.
No, we
Alright.
There's a little
despise
bias
Arsenal.
in mine.
If
We support Arsenal and
Yeah,
hate
but we
them the
hate
most.
them. Yes. Yes.
That
Oh,
being
well.
said, if we recorded this a year from today, Ramsdale is my keeper 100%.
All right, so I'll go first, obviously. So I've got a right footer and a left footer. I've got Van Dijk, which is,
Surprise. Wow.
fair. Like,
Shocking.
he's the best. He was out all of last season, but
Yeah.
he's still
I don't
Too
think
good.
that matters. at
he's
this
still too
point.
good to
Like,
not be in.
He's just an
He's
He's had approximately
He has-
21 months in total of being one of the best centre backs on the
Yeah,
planet.
you
so-
can't
Yeah.
you can't drop Van Dijk.
Yeah.
But for left foot, I know, right, this one might be, I did
Pablo
put-
Marie.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
I-
Don't actually say it. Don't declare your Arsenal bias and then say Gabriel's in your top 2. Oh my God, he's actually going to do it. We're not biased and he's going to say Gabriel.
Bro,
Go on, do it.
It's Laporte
Dude.
or Gabriel.
Laporte.
Yeah.
If you have
Aymeric
to play
Laporte
left,
plays
you
in
have
the
to
Premier
play
League.
left.
As a left footer, there is
did
no
get,
one
did get
else.
dropped by Stones, by the way.
There is no one else.
He has
I
got
think Gabriel is really
Look,
good, but I think you need
he's on a
s-
trajectory.
You need a bigger sample
The
size before
only-
you can do that.
The only reason
Harry.
I went with Gabriel because name a better left-footed centre back.
Tyrone
This season I
Mings.
won't.
No.
You know what's funny is City
Max
fans would
Kilman.
agree with you. For some reason, City always do this. One of their players is bad form and they stink to them. Like
Yeah.
once Laporte got out of the team, because I mean Diaz is incredible.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Stones just hit a form. They've decided to hate Laporte. So City fans would probably agree with you. Like
Yeah.
if you need to play right foot, left foot, which I'd say is an advantage, but in a 2, I wouldn't say it's necessary.
I just like
Gabriel's in
I
there,
like
but I
it.
think it's too small.
Didn't
But-
play against City though, to be fair. So
Mm.
Didn't.
But I like
Harry.
as a left
Harry.
footer. Yeah.
I also have Van Dijk and Gabriel as my center.
Oh my God. You couldn't have said the
love
Arsenal players at the start, so it wouldn't be
yeah,
that comedic.
yeah. But Gabriel
Now,
as
this-
a left footer.
This isn't my bias speaking. I actually think that Gabriel is
Run it back.
Yeah, go on.
he's been such a rock in the games that he's played. And like last season, even up until he got COVID, right?
Yeah.
He was
Yeah, it
incredible.
knocked
That's
him.
when the
It did
form
knock him.
dripped.
That
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
knocked him.
Yeah, a couple of weeks when he came back, he was a bit dodgy, but after that,
And-
I think
um,
I saw a thing. As
I just
well.
think he has everything you want from a center back.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
tools are elite. He has elite tools.
He's
Yeah,
fast.
yeah.
He's big. He's strong. He has a huge ass. He,
It's true. That's basketball defending.
He has
If
the-
you
he
don't
has
have
the-
an
It is
ass,
genuinely.
this is
iPhone
Yeah.
hairline. iPhone hair.
Yeah,
not hair.
He's got a massive head, bro. Like, he's
And
there
this
is not
season-
a better. Go on.
albeit short, he's shown a lot
Yeah.
distribution wise.
Yeah,
I've been very
that's-
impressed
I
with
would
him,
say that's-
passing the ball.
I like that we did sign. Now doing the again. This is the other. We did sign White and took that pressure off him. But I wonder, would the pressure to bring, and I'm happy with White. I've enjoyed White, but would the pressure to bring in White for 50 million be as strong if Gabriel was passing this way last season? And I don't know if it would be.
Yeah.
I also think that Gabriel and Van
Gabriel.
Dijk would be a very good pairing.
Yeah,
I do.
I think that they would fit well together.
I think I could play next to Van Dijk and be good.
But yeah, so Gabriel,
I'm a little small for that. Was never
I think we
anybody's
all are.
choice for centre back. Yeah.
Hey, I'm Benjamin White.
True. But yeah, Gabriel is
Short
my
king
other
centre
one.
back.
It would be if I wasn't going right foot, left foot. It would be Diaz.
So you
It'll be
think the
Van Dijk
two
and
best
Diaz.
centre backs are Diaz and Van Dijk?
Yes, I do.
Right.
But if I was, because I'm going left foot,
this is your
not
team.
there's not a better left foot. Who am I going to pick? Mings, Ake. It's got to be Gabriel.
I'd say Laporte, but he doesn't play. So I
But
do
yeah,
see
based
the
on form,
discussion.
it's
He doesn't
Gabriel.
play. Laporte's
Yeah.
not playing. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So Scott, what's your?
Yeah, I went with Van Dijk and Laporte, and I don't hate the Gabriel pick. I just feel like he is sick, but I just feel like
It's too short.
we need to be getting top four and stuff before we get laughed at by rival fans for picking him. I do agree that he's sick, but yeah, I have gone Laporte just as the objective pick.
Yeah. Can I just add? Gabriel is my only Arsenal pick, and that was it. And now I'm done.
Really?
Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
So what I would say about Gabriel, I love him actually. I love this. Has already started this. Is he has elite tools.
Yes.
If you tell me in 3 years, Real have sniped him, and like you haven't even heard a peep out of anyone of him being like one of the best centre backs in the world, I would believe you. He's playing with form. He's good right now, but again, it's a small sample size. But on the sample size, I think that is a thing going around that he is personally on like unbeaten for starts in like 17 in a row.
I think it is.
Something like
he's doing.
I saw that recently. Yeah.
But like when were we last panned? Was that last loss actually Chelsea? Oh no, City obviously.
City.
And he missed that, and then missed 1 or 2 in the summer months. But like he does, I almost didn't realize how much he changed the Arsenal line in particular.
He's the left foot Koscielny to us.
Yeah. People really wanted to start Murray against him, but we're not making this an Arsenal podcast, but people really wanted Murray to start over him. But
not so bright.
Yeah. But anyway,
I'm not afraid to admit it.
Jürgen, bro, how do you build the 3 centre backs?
Yeah.
Did you look at profiles, or did you pick the 3
I've
best
looked at
centre-backs?
profiles, and I'm starting with the left centre back. I picked Ruben Dias. I think he's just changed that City side. I don't remember a signing that changed City like him.
Yeah, that's fair.
He just came in. You just came in and changed them.
No left footer.
No left footer, because I think when you have Ruben Dias, I don't think you need a left footer really.
He's pretty
I
adept.
don't think you need a left-footed centre back either.
I just like it.
Like,
it's nice, but it's a luxury to have really.
Yeah, you don't need it at all.
Like if you can have it, you can.
I think in the 3, it's more important, probably.
I do, yeah.
But I assume Ruben Dias is good enough with his left foot too.
Yeah.
David Luiz made a career at left centre back.
Yeah.
Middle centre back, I went with Virgil van Dijk.
Hold that thought, safe. Hold that thought, but carry on.
Interesting.
Okay.
Virgil van Dijk in middle. I did go for this season so far and most of last season, but I think his ability, it just commands. It doesn't matter. He's just the best, really.
Yeah. It's simple.
Just the best. And for right centre back,
oh no,
I went for the right centre back in the Premier League, Azpilicueta.
Yeah,
I think you were gonna
we've
say
done the
Tommy
same
Yasu.
thing.
Ooh.
Yep.
So Jurgen, I think you're going to hear exactly what I've done. So my right centre back is Ruben Dias. Not an ideal profile. I'd want someone kind of sharp, a bit quicker, but because City plays such a high line, he's used to defending quite high up. I think he can recover well if he does get beaten, and he does play with Walker, who can make mistakes. So I think his recovery is not an issue. I would like someone a bit more like the Azpilicueta mold. I haven't picked him because I picked someone else. The centre back, I've gone Van Dijk. He's the best long passer of the three. I honestly think, and this you might think this is premature. I don't know how I'm going to make Van Dijk controversial. I think he's really scratching if he's not in my all-time 11. Genuinely. I think of the past 22 seasons, I don't think we've seen centre-back forms like John Terry doesn't give you centre-back forms like this.
Yeah.
Terry gets Mourinho defence and wins titles. Yeah. That's true. I don't think Vidic has done this. I don't think Sol Campbell was doing this. Actually, Sol Campbell's probably the most adept comparison to me.
Van Dijk is he's so good defensively. Yeah, also when you have a corner against you and Van Dijk's there, you are scared.
Yeah.
I think he's the only player that I can remember. I'm always I'm scared of him.
I think what was funny is Liverpool's attack looked so inane last season, and they had Mané, they had Salah, they had Firmino, when they missed Van Dijk, and he's a centre back. But it's exactly what you're saying, Jurgen, is the amount of time I think he takes out of people's minds. He allows Liverpool to do what they do on the attack. Yeah, and you know they don't play with the midfield, so his long passing is really adept.
His long passing is so good.
What I would do, safe, is I would swap him for David Luiz in a heartbeat. I would move Van Dijk to my right because I think David Luiz is an absolute bozo in a two, but probably one of the best centre-backs we've ever seen. We've ever seen. Van Dijk would move to my right and David Luiz would anchor my three. Absolutely.
I wish David Luiz played under Wenger.
I love him so much.
He made a 19 out of 20 in a semi-final and a final back-to-back. Dropped a 10 against City and a 9 against Chelsea. And that is my bozo king. So Van Dijk can get swapped for David Luiz. That's your clickbait headline. And at left centre-back, I have gone with Kieran Tierney.
It's the same profile, isn't it?
So it's the same profile. So again, I'm swapping for Nacho Monreal.
I'm just saying. My last two words in the Aspilicueta notes are tux shirt, hard man.
Tux shirt, hard man. So my Kieran Tierney notes is he's got experience in a three. So obviously there's another left back that we're not going to mention. For Scotland, their two best players are left back. So that gives them quite a conundrum. And Tierney makes the third man. And he did the same for Arsenal and Maitland-Niles played on the left. But again, while he played at centre-back, he sort of changed the attack in a weird way. Those goals that Auba scored against City were kind of made by Tierney at centre-back. And I love an outside, what's Foot Magic on them? Wide centre-back.
Are you doing like the
that can press like a really, they can go...
Where centre-back joins the attack?
No, but... They're going. So do you remember how like the Nacho Monreal zone when Wenger just sort of went mad and just did it and just started running a back three, and then Monreal was just one of the best centre backs in the league for the rest of the season because he had that dead zone that nothing got through.
Goal scoring centre back.
Yeah, what a hero.
So I think Nacho. And the left centre back Tierney has had more man of the matches than anyone for Scotland, and I'm not really worried about height when Van Dijk is either in front or behind you.
Yeah.
And he defends really high and excellent for quick turnovers. So Kieran Tierney, I think he's my only Arsenal pick.
Yes,
it's a profile pick. I don't think he's the third best centre back. Yeah. But with Diaz, Van Dijk, I would like Kieran
if you're
Tierney.
building a squad based on the best in that position for a profile, it makes sense. It does make sense.
Yeah.
And I know he's been a bit stinky so far, but I think his history in the three for Scotland and what he did for Arteta's FA Cup run sort of solidified that was okay for me. Like I know he's stinking right now. Allow it. This might age horribly, but
if there's a rival,
it was so weird that those teams were.
Yeah, it's fine. So is that everyone's defensive? Well, centre backs. Yeah. So we'll move on to right back or right wing back for you two.
Yeah.
Have you guys just picked the best right back that you feel?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to go quick?
Between one.
I'll go.
Should we all go?
Yeah. It's Trent Alexander-Arnold.
It's Trent.
It is Trent. Yeah.
It's not.
It's not.
It is. It is. The best. No. Yes, I am.
Are you picking Cancelo?
No, I'm not. I'm putting Reece James.
Yep.
Oh, he was in mine. He was my second.
When you run it as a 3-4-3, I like Reece James there. Again,
If he were still in the league, friend of the program, Hector Bellerin would be
No.
my choice.
He wouldn't.
No.
So he
But
has.
he's not,
So what I like, he has,
Sorry.
and this was going to be called the eye test, but I'm sort of the blend of stats
Yeah.
and eye test. He has better passing security than Cancelo. He has better passing security than Alexander-Arnold, better long passing rate than Alexander-Arnold, better passes security than Lamptey, Walker, and Pereira. And I think when you're helping the midfield, that's pretty important. So I have gone Reece James. Would I
That's fair.
pick Alexander-Arnold over him every single day of the week? But I like
Best
my
right
Reece
back,
James
yeah, I
pick.
get you.
Yeah, in the
I
back
think-
three. Yeah.
I think for me, Arnold just fits the type I want. Arnold, of course, fantastic crosser.
Yeah.
Also, what
He's
I say is
Mhm.
he's your last wide player, kind of,
Mhm.
in a Jurgen.
Yeah.
I've got to bank ahead.
Yeah.
he's such a good attacking threat, and with Azpilicueta being able to cover in behind him, I think he can just
Smart.
run wild on that right side and join the attack, really, which he
Yeah.
does so well for Liverpool.
Yeah.
Which with Van Dijk, they don't really have a problem with
Yeah.
Arnold joining the attack, and yeah, he's just such a good player.
Yeah.
I didn't even write another right back down.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
I
one
didn't-
was one of the first ones I put down. It
I'm,
was-
Same,
I'm fine
same.
with that. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Would have been fine with
Yeah.
Cancelo as well.
Yeah. Reece
But-
James and Cancelo were my backup picks for that, but Trent is just, Trent's Trent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, wait. Before we move, I
Just an
forgot to
easy
mention.
pick.
Forgot to mention on the centre backs. What do we feel about Rudiger as a?
See,
This is
thought about it. I thought about it. Genuinely, I thought about it as one of the better centre. I think he's so good. I do really like him. I do.
In 6
really
months,
like him.
Chelsea fans will hate him.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
But
yeah.
that's the cycle of Chelsea centre backs. It's hard. I saw a
Yeah.
tweet that's like, is a centre back good or is he just quick playing in a back three? And you
Mm.
sort of do have to quite.
Yeah, maybe.
If I see Trevor Chalobah in 2 years, I'll be surprised.
Yeah,
Like
same.
I don't think
Yeah.
he's a good player. I think he's doing a very good job, and I think
He
Rudiger
fits the
is
system.
the step up,
Yeah.
obviously, from
Yeah.
that. And I
Yeah.
think he's a great player, but I think that he's only sort of joined the discussion when Tuchel came over and done this.
Yeah.
Takes him out of the actual discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
me.
He's not in my team, but yeah.
He's
He
not-
was
he's
he
not
was
even
my
on the
Probably
other-
a future Arsenal player.
What when he's 32? How old is he now? 28.
Yep.
Yeah.
5 more years till Rudiger.
Give it a couple
baby.
years.
He's an Arsenal fan, so
Yeah, he is. Yeah. But I thought he's not in the league anymore. But I would have also said Tomori, Loki, based on this season and a little bit of last season.
Yeah,
Oh,
let's
based
not
on
talk about
going
that
out on
one.
loan, you know.
Yeah, let's not talk about that one.
I like
Literally
Tomori.
getting,
I like
he got
Tomori.
cut for Trevor Chalobah, who I just said I bet
They
we
shouldn't
never
have
hear
sold
of
him. They shouldn't have
in
sold him
about 2
anyway.
years.
They shouldn't have sold him.
Alright.
Tomori.
Silly decision.
Yeah.
We on left back now or
Yeah.
left wing back?
Moving on to left back and left wing back.
Anyone have Cancelo?
Freddie will kill you.
There's someone
Freddie
you are
will kill
picking
you.
Gabriel as a left-footed centre back. I don't think anyone's picking a right-footed or left.
No.
Right. So my left back is Andy Robertson.
That's fair.
Yeah.
This makes sense. It's
So was mine.
yeah.
Jurgen,
I thought about it. I thought
Same.
I wanted more of a defensive security with Alexander Arnold on the right. Then I remembered I have Diaz, Van Dijk, and Azpilicueta, so I went Robertson.
Robertson is just the best left back. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like-
he's-
I'm
I
sorry,
don't like him.
I've done
It's
a
basically
profile
just-
pick
It's
again.
basically just Arnold, but on the
Yeah.
yeah,
left.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
Just
What's
a bit
Freddie
more
done?
like
What's
more
Freddie
head
done?
down.
A bit
running.
worse, but the
Not quite good as passing, but
Yeah. No.
So safe. Who do you think I've picked, bro?
I don't know. Left back was one of the hardest positions for me to pick just because I couldn't think of any, and I was also very busy.
Left back
So
was very
this-
hard.
yeah, I agree.
This is where my bias came out, and I picked Kieran Tierney just because I literally couldn't think of anybody else.
Yeah, I think he's been too stinky recently.
And also, yeah, no, he's been struggling. I'm really glad that Nuno's in the team right now.
yeah.
But I think that on form the past 2 seasons, Kearney has been the bright spot for a lot of our for our
in a dark
Yeah.
place.
dark ages.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
last year around now,
Yeah.
Kearney was the only spark for Arsenal.
I
I
think
agree, but
I
I wouldn't put him in a best 11.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I
no,
do
like I
agree.
said, he's just the
I rate him a lot.
only one that I
I
can
do
think
like
of.
Tierney. Yeah.
So my
And-
problem. Yeah.
You
Sorry,
can
I
make
hate
the
to
case.
interrupt.
Can I
No,
can I
go
try to
go
guess
ahead.
yours, Freddie?
You can.
Because I have Shaw written down.
No.
Sure.
It
He's
can't be
built, he's
Shaw.
built, he's
No,
built
no.
like a cuboid.
It's not Shaw.
Is it Chilwell?
I
Sure.
looked up best Premier
I had
League left
Digne
back.
written down, and I feel like
Ooh.
maybe Freddie could have gone for a Digne type.
Is it Marcus Alonso?
Digne was my third pick. There's like, okay, so I'm going to make a declaration. There's no probable felons in my team. So there'll be no Alonso and no other high-profile felons.
Yeah.
Right.
Just
Yeah.
want that on
I
the
have
record.
one written down, but I won't pick him.
In
Yeah.
fact, this isn't the high line isn't going to be a beat around the bush pod. There's no rapists in my team.
You know what? That's fair.
There's no
I love
murderers
that
and there's
for
no
you.
rapists in my team.
Yes.
As,
I love
as,
that
as
for
we know
you.
so far, at least.
Good.
As we know so
Yeah.
far.
Yeah,
as,
as we
as
know.
far as we know.
So I've gone with my problem. Okay, I want to say my problem with Robertson is the same thing about Scotland. Is Scottish fans always say he's shit when he plays left wing back, and that
Okay.
really worries me. So
Yeah.
I've gone with Ben Chilwell.
Ben Chilwell is my second option.
So
yeah.
I've gone with Ben Chilwell because he's done the wing back, and I think
Yeah.
it is a bit of a different role. And it works with Tierney. I think playing that left centre back, he's done
Yeah.
that partnership quite well. Shaw is not a good player. Digne is too
Yeah.
streaky.
Yeah.
Reguilon, No, listen. I think he's got one of the highest ceilings of performance. I think he also has one of the lowest floors, and I think
I
I
agree.
don't
Okay.
want that player anywhere near a best 11.
What
when-
are the flaws?
like a ceiling to floor
Oh, okay.
like sort of
I get
scale.
you, yeah.
I think he could drop 4 out of 10s in a row,
Yeah.
and you
then
wouldn't be too
110.
surprised, and you
Yeah,
wouldn't
yeah.
be like, oh, right up for Reguilon.
Yeah.
I think Chilwell sort of hits that lovely middle ground.
I agree. I like Chilwell.
Guys,
He scored in
guys,
like
I
4 matches
forgot
in a
to
row.
make my joke.
Go on.
Oh,
I
do you want to
forgot
go make a
make my
joke?
left back joke?
Rewind.
Rewind.
Before Freddie caught me off guard asking me who I thought he picked because I didn't know. So I just went out and said what I picked. But originally I was going to say that this is my Arsenal bias showing and then say Siad Glassmatch
What a player.
before correcting myself. But I
If we-
forgot and I blew it.
Yo,
I'm
if
sorry.
you'd asked me in November 2018, I would have said
I would have
Glassmatch.
said
First
Glassmatch.
He was-
Man
months.
came into the
sick,
league
man.
with like 9 GA in a month. It was
He was
phenomenal.
incredible. And
Next
now,
Do
week-
you remember when he
Mm.
like killed the Burnley player?
Yes. He just body checked him into last month. I do remember that.
I don't remember it.
Vaguely,
I don't
yeah.
remember who it was. He had greasy hair though. That's
Yeah, he
all I
body checked him,
remember.
and it honestly looked like the man like lost his breath. That gaze, man. What?
If we do a worst current the next week, he might come back.
At left center back. Left center back.
Oh,
Yeah,
don't.
So- So should we do our threes and our pivots?
Yeah.
Sure.
Who's
So
got,
what?
who's
Say
got
a
a
free
pivot?
is say as a free
I have a
as
pivot.
a
I
collective.
have a pivot.
Pivot gang.
Yeah.
So what? Say all three at once.
Yeah, and then sort of build the profiles out. 'Cause
Right.
I've got. Yeah, do you want to do your threes, Harry?
I'll go for my midfield three.
Are you doing 6, 8, 10 or yeah?
I was just going
yeah.
bang, bang, bang. It was just saying our
Basically.
three. I think we're just
So my midfield three is Kante, Kovacic, De Bruyne.
I like it. I like it. You've got really good.
Beautiful. Can I
It's
respect that?
beautiful, isn't it?
You've got
It's
defender,
beautiful.
engine, and creator.
I
I
thought
like it.
I thought Kovacic was going to be a little bit controversial, but I'm glad you accept it. Okay.
He's not the engine I pick, but if you're doing that trio of
Yeah.
defender, engine, creator,
Yeah.
you've nailed the profiles.
Yeah.
I just thought that midfield alone wins you a league title. That midfield is incredible. And Kovacic in recent this season and towards the end of last season, showing a lot more in his game. I'm really starting to like I hate how much I like Chelsea's squad. I hate how much
That
I
is
like
good.
it.
All Red Boys, or every lot of them Chelsea. Red
I
Boys.
hate how many of their players I like.
Yeah, I've gone 3 for 5 so far.
I've got
3 for
I've only
6.
I've got two, Kante and Kovacic, but I had Mendy, I had James, I had Chilwell as backup
I only have
options.
2 Chelsea players in my
Yeah.
squad.
But yeah, Kante, Kovacic, De Bruyne, I think would be incredible together.
You've built a good 3.
Thanks, man. I really tried.
Scott?
So one of mine is, I don't know if it's controversial, but it's very recency bias. and that's only within the position. I've gone with Kante, De Bruyne, and Bernardo Silva.
I like it.
I like it. Yeah, I like it.
You're putting
Recently,
a lot.
I think-
yeah.
Yeah, I think it was at Stamford Bridge where Bernardo Silva played that like deeper role, and he was just running everywhere, and he was fucking incredible. And I thought all the other options were a bit too boring, and I wanted to get him in.
Yeah.
I
See,
like it.
he was my backup. I had as backup options Fernandez, Silva, Pogba, and then
Yeah,
maybe
Pogba.
Pogba as a player. No, that's why I didn't pick him because I don't think.
Do you mean
he's good
Pogba is a myth? Pogba is an ideal.
enough. Pogba as the
If it was
ideal
national
Pogba.
team players,
idea
I
of
National
Pogba.
team Pogba. National team Pogba.
If you're building a French 11, you can pick Pogba. You're picking a Premier League 11.
And as a backup option, I had that is going to be very
Leo,
controversial.
don't say it then. Shut up.
I might it's Declan
Oh.
Rice.
So, right.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm
I
not
like
mad
it.
at it. No.
Okay.
Harry, hold that thought.
right?
Okay.
Okay.
Midfield three.
So
My
yeah,
midfield three.
you again.
I went with a 3-5-2 to celebrate Antonio Conte, my top 2 managers right now, coming to the Premier League. Sadly, it's my top 2. I'm building kind of like his Inter squad, building after that.
Mhm.
And in my midfield, I've gone after more of a deep midfielder, not like a DM, but a bit deep midfielder. A box to box and an advanced 8.
Love it.
Advanced 8, I only had De Bruyne written down because
Yeah.
it's fucking De Bruyne. I'm sorry, pardon my French.
Yeah.
My box to box midfield is where I write down most of the players. I wrote down Kovacic,
Yeah.
Gundogan,
Yeah.
Mm.
Mason Mount,
Yeah.
Mm. Wait, he was in your 8, not
Yeah.
your 10 sort of mold.
in my box to box.
Yeah, well, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think when you have De Bruyne, you have to play him where you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had an hour before I changed.
Oh.
I had James Ward-Prowse in my starting 11.
Oh my!
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you
Why?
didn't. No, you didn't.
Best Premier League 11.
Why?
James
Who
Ward-Prowse.
did Inter play? Where does he play? Who does he replace in Inter's 11 last year?
Hardly Barella, is it?
Yeah, it's mostly Barella, but
Oh.
I've decided to change it
Good.
for Declan Rice.
Ooh, okay.
That's my box to box
Okay.
midfielder. He's a really good ball carrier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm very, very happy with him. I had him written down as my deeper midfielder. Didn't pick him there, of course.
Yeah.
Kante.
Yeah.
I also didn't pick.
Oh.
I picked
Whoa.
Jorginho. I picked Jorginho to play in that deeper
Okay.
midfielder because I feel like he is perfect. He's
Jorginho.
just this is a formation.
I like
Yeah,
Jorginho.
it's
some
yeah.
tailor built.
Italian formation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jorginho
Yeah.
he is that Italian DM.
I like him. I like him.
I'm a
lot.
very big
yeah.
fan of Jorginho.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Just for
can
the
I
name.
can I ask you something?
Yes.
Why haven't you picked Xhaka then? I get why you picked Jorginho because he's literally done that formation for Sarri. But what does he offer you then that Xhaka doesn't?
Jorginho has it's also on Premier League form, of course, which I think
Xhaka's crocked.
Jorginho is better than Xhaka at what he does. I think I like
Okay.
Xhaka a lot, but I'd rather have Jorginho than have Xhaka, if you get me.
Who has a bigger bozo gene?
Keeping it but yeah, oh god.
Shaka.
Yeah. Keeping it a buck. I don't think there's many attributes that Jorginho does over Xhaka at all.
I agree.
I think he's more athletic and like sprint speed, and I think
He's cool.
probably carries better, but I don't think you need that player to be your carrier.
Yeah.
I that profile, I think like he was that guy for Sarri. In fact, that 3-5, he was the deep.
Hmm.
I love it. And so that is a perfect pick. But when you keep the players, when you keep it 100, I don't know. I don't see much that Jorginho gives you. Penalties.
The only reason
I've never
I
seen
would-
Jack hit a pen.
Oh, I had it.
I have, and he missed.
I had it in my
So, yeah.
notes. I had it in my notes that you need a penalty taker.
Yeah.
That's
You
true.
need a penalty.
That's
you
fair.
see,
Yeah.
you see Manchester
Yeah.
City
Yeah.
how they are.
They just guess. They just
They
pick every
half. I swear they miss half their pens.
They just say
Yeah.
whoever won it can take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Us on club.
Yeah.
So that's why I have
They should let Ederson
Oh,
take
Jorginho
them.
also adds that.
I
What
beg to
Prowse
do.
also is just like having a set piece
Goalkeeper
specialist will win
penalties
you
are so
goals,
fun.
but I think that
Yeah.
Oh,
When
that's
you
his
have
Yod
also-
ball pick.
Yeah,
That's
why he
his
wanted more
simple-
That's why he
Prowse.
wanted more
when you
Prowse.
also have Trent Alexander-Arnold in your
Yeah.
team, I don't think.
Oh
you
my God,
need
we're
to
in
have
trouble.
But yeah, I would. The only reason I'd pick Jorginho over Xhaka is the bozo ability.
Yeah, it's true.
Of Xhaka.
And when
you
I
know?
say the attributes, the bozo gene is a
Yeah.
huge flaw.
Yeah,
Like if you want a guy to play 38 games a season, he can't because of the red cards.
yeah,
He'll drop you 32 consistently, and he'll never miss a game.
yeah.
Apart from those he's suspended. So like,
There's a select amount of players that will lose you games,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
single-handedly.
Xhaka will. He'll lose
Yeah, he
you
will at least
Yeah.
one.
He'll lose you 1.6
One or two a
on
game.
average.
Yeah. I like the stat.
One or two a season. One or two a season.
All right. So who's midfielder we heard? You
So I've got a
Sprays and
pivot. Me and
Safes.
Safe are running
Yeah.
a pivot.
I also
Go on.
wouldn't be comfortable
I'm
putting
gonna
Xhaka
get
like
I'm
best
gonna
friend
get
of England.
bullied, I think.
So
Should we go Safe first or
Yeah,
last?
I want some analysis of the pivot.
Okay, so-
how it's working.
So I think
The
I think
pivot-
with a
oh,
pivot,
go
you
ahead.
don't need roles as such. I like my midfield three is always defender, engine, creator, and everyone sort of
Yeah.
talked through that.
I'm so
My
used to
pivot
having a
is-
3.
Yeah, I run threes in my head all the time. Oh wait, no. Are you Scott? Are you running 2 and a 10?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So we'll talk to you then. So my pivot is pretty much defenderia and attackeria of
Mhm.
midfielder.
I love terminology,
So,
man.
big
That's really
brain.
good.
But that's how I think of a pivot midfielder. So for my
Yeah.
my 6 and my 8, whatever. 6, I think I think Conte is a pivot cheat code.
Yes.
I think he covers ground of 2 players
Mhm.
and is 1 player. He won back-to-back Premier Leagues as in a pivot. He
Yeah.
did Leicester ran a 4-4-2 and Chelsea
Yeah.
ran the
Yeah.
4-3. The rest is covered by Conte.
Yeah.
In 10 games, he'll drop 8 7 out of 10s, 1 5 out of 10, and then 1 9 out of 10, and you just sort of are fine with that.
Yeah.
And he'll get you over the season 2 GA, maybe 3.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
okay. You just move
Those
on with that.
bangers.
His best season is 8 GA, and I'm okay with that. I don't think there's a better disruptor in football.
Yeah. Full
So
stop.
for a
Full stop.
pivot midfielder, you absolutely, for me, I don't want to say this, and I just slander whatever safe back to you. I think you can't build a pivot in a Premier 11 without picking Kante. I just don't think it
I
works.
agree. Yeah.
My pick 2 of that is Rice.
Fair.
My pivot midfielder 2, and annoyingly, that made Party my
Kante.
3rd.
Ooh.
I went to Rice before I went to Party, and I don't love that.
Interesting.
Because I think Partey at Atleti became one of the best pivot midfielders in the world,
Agree.
but not as good as Conte. So maybe I'd put Partey above Rice. That's just a bit sort of because again, I don't think we've seen Partey
Pivots fuck you up.
actually
Yeah.
do it.
My bad.
I'm glad
It's like-
I'm glad you put Rice because I thought I was going to get slandered for putting Rice as a backup option. So I'm glad Rice is getting appreciated.
Yeah.
But a
Started, bro.
pivot, I honestly, the amount of players I wanted to pick plummeted.
Yeah.
Like Thiago, I don't want to talk to him.
Yeah.
Kovacic, I don't want to talk to him. Like Jorginho, get out. Like I
It's
fly
it's
down.
so hard because you can't just like pick one who's purely like offensive. They have to be capable of doing everything.
Yeah. So you can't just go out there and pick De Bruyne
So-
and Silva.
Yeah,
Exactly,
no, I
so-
can't have De Bruyne in my team.
So,
Like,
so on that, exactly on that. So my attackeria, this is my slander pick. My 8, my pivot is Tielemans, and I obviously wanted KDB in my team, but
Respect that.
City have never put him in a pivot. They've never put him in a pivot for Belgium.
With
he plays
good
right
reason.
forward for Belgium often. He plays like
Yeah.
that insider
Mhm.
forward. City play him behind the most reliable anchor in world football, Fernandinho or Rodri. So they don't trust him anywhere near running a midfielder. What he
Yeah.
gives you in a 3, I think you can't not pick him. Some with Harry, I think you have to have him there.
Yeah.
But I can't pick KDB in a pivot. Tielemans has always played in a pivot for Monaco, Belgium. He's with Witsel. Leicester, he's with Ndidi, and I think that role is just sort of a lesser Conte. I hate that. It's a
Yeah.
similar role.
Yeah.
And he's a fantastic ball carrier, an excellent retention, and a tidy-ish passer. But when I've got other team, like he's tidy, very tidy passer.
Again,
And
as
he's got steady upwards in his
Yeah.
GA. I really like this one. I looked at his GA. 18-19, 7 GA. 1920, 9, 2021, 10, and he's already at 5 this year. And I
Yeah.
would
FA
want
Cup
my
final goal too.
Yeah.
I would like my attacker pivot player to maybe look at 14. Like, what did Ramsey give us? Pretty consistent, like 16.
Yeah.
50,
Yeah.
yeah.
15 to 16.
Yeah.
As a midfielder, can you imagine if our Arsenal team had 16 GA from midfield?
Imagine Party actually
Imagine
scored long
Partey had
shots.
2 goals.
The
So,
fact he has one still blows my mind.
Target man, Thomas Party.
yes, shoulder target man. So my slander
Tielemans
pick is
isn't
Tielemo.
isn't a slander pick. He's
So
He would
good.
have been on the backup list of my backup list of box-to-box midfielders.
I wouldn't have put him in. I wouldn't put
So-
him near an all like best
No.
11. But
No,
No.
again,
no,
in
he-
profile,
He's
Pivots
not top
change
8.
things. Pivots change
profile.
things.
the
Yeah.
pivot changes things. So
in profile to win a league title, a midfield of Kante and
Kante and
Tielemans.
Tielemo. I like it.
That's just
I-
so nice though.
That is
Like you
really
say,
nice.
Kante and
sit them
Tielemo,
together would be
and
It's really nice.
it's the same. I had to build a functioning pivot, and again, I'm covered at the back with if Tielemo goes forward, I've got Tierney high on
Yeah,
that left side. So I like it. Tielemo is my left centre mid.
interesting. Who's
Also,
your backup for that? Who's
I
your
also
backup?
cringe whenever someone goes Tielemans. You know the problem I
Tielemans
had
square.
is once I had Tielemo, I couldn't look past him because he was perfect. I didn't
Yeah.
really have him
You didn't go for a backup first?
off my head top.
Good again?
Probably if you could trust a Bernardo in that role, I trust him more than De Bruyne.
See, I wouldn't trust him over Tielemans.
But I think I just pivot so hard, and Chelsea, I don't like it. And then they're playing more of a 3 right now. Yeah, so I think because Kante gives you that level, I like Tielemo. So I don't really have a backup. That was my hardest role to find. And once I found it, I loved it.
All right. So we've just got 2
So-
left, Scott and Safe, all right?
So
Scott said it, right?
I did, man.
Oh no, yeah, you did yours. Yeah, Safe.
Kante, but no,
Yeah.
so I was gonna change it like 3 minutes ago to Conte because he'd convinced me, but I'm gonna take it on the chin. For
Interesting.
my two, what I came up with, I have Party because, like he said, with Atletico, he's just one of the best. in the world.
He's a top pivot midfielder.
He was
in the world.
injured
Yeah.
last season, but
Yeah.
since he's come back from injury this season, he's been vital to how we play.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And the next one is the one that I considered changing for Conte, but I picked Pogba.
Party and Pogba.
I think it would be a sick midfield to watch.
I have to say that it's very safe. It's very safe.
very
midfield.
fun. It's very fun. But as a team that would work, no.
And also of Premier League form, I wouldn't really.
If Partey isn't playing an 8 out of 10, you've got no retention. It's like
Yeah.
your midfield turns the ball over probably 35 times.
I feel
in a
bad for
match.
Pogba because of the managers that he's had at Manchester United.
No,
Like,
no, we've gone beyond that. I'm sorry.
like,
I like Pogba. I like, again,
When you
as
have-
Freddie said, the ideal of Pogba.
The myth,
What Pogba
the-
what Pogba could
The
be.
philosophy.
The
of Paul
Gremlin
Pogba is phenomenal.
gang love conceptual footy. That's just the
Conceptual.
We
staple of
do.
it.
We adore concept footage.
Conceptually, Pogba is everything you want,
I
but he
know.
also isn't that.
It's like when
When
you
he
can't, you
wants
can't have
to
3
be.
crazy
Yeah.
girl
When he
ex-girlfriends,
wants
and
to be.
you're not the you're the problem.
He's a red flag.
when he
king.
wants to be, he'd be perfect.
You know what? You know what kills me? Do you know his best manager of all time who got Pogba better than anyone? Anyone? Conte.
Shop.
Do you know who turned down Conte for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? The Glazers. I'm really enjoying that. The one person I'd be like, oh, okay. You know
Yeah.
what? Something might be
Oh
happening
yeah,
here.
actually,
Someone
Juve,
turned.
yeah.
Someone turned.
Juve
United,
lost.
free agent
I'm
Pogba
horrified
into
of
a
United.
19 million player,
Yeah.
and that was Conte.
If you give Manchester United a competent manager,
They're terrifying.
they're so fucking good.
They're
I
so
love it.
scary.
Sorry.
They
That's where-
fumbled
like-
Conte is
That's why I'm so happy.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's why I love it. Yeah. But you
Spurs have
put
the Spurs gene, so they won't do well with it.
yeah.
Yeah.
You put Conte in that United. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm scared. I would be
The
genuinely
problem
scared.
is,
still,
do you know why they didn't hire Conte? It's because Ronaldo asked them not to.
Is it?
No, I'm
Right.
certain it is. If you look at what Conte asks for his for
Oh,
like
yeah.
no Ronaldo no he's like no, I
Ronaldo
do
don't
that.
want to do that. Yeah.
No, he doesn't do that.
Oh, Cavani,
But
Mason
yeah.
Greenwood up top.
Cavani. Oh,
Sorry, that was too much.
Cavani and Green would be so good.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Imagine
okay.
Pogba in a Wenger team.
Mm,
On
Yeah.
set footy, bro. I love
on
it.
set footy.
Left mid Pogba, bro. You know?
Yeah, that's to think it would be left mid.
Could you
Pogba.
imagine if they?
Yeah.
Could you imagine if you made Dan James the best wing back in the world?
I would
Bro,
love it so
Conte
much.
would do that though.
Conte,
Yeah.
yeah,
would do
he could. He'd ask
Yeah.
him to like gain like 30 kilograms, and then he would be.
I
Yeah.
love Dan James, man. What a man. Shout out Dan James. I know
Yeah.
you're listening.
He's the opposite of concept footy. He just has one thing.
He has
He has
run.
no concept.
Yeah.
Keeper free.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's-
Caveman footy.
Safe, I like your picks, but not as a midfield duo. Not
But
as a
you
pivot.
had to run a 4-4-2. That's
yeah,
even
yeah.
harder.
4-4-2
Yeah.
is hard, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But yeah. All
I think that
right.
worked like 20 years ago.
like
Eh,
yeah.
yeah.
Part of the reason why I picked Pogba was because I needed the creativity while also being
Yeah.
You know what? If Danny Drinkwater did it as to a fucking Premier League level, man, Premier League winning,
I mean,
level,
if
I'm
you
sure,
put-
I'm sure
if you put-
Pogba could.
yeah,
Put
if you
Kante
really
next to
want.
Pogba in a pivot, he's great.
Yeah.
Obviously.
yeah.
Yeah,
True.
Just like
I feel like
Even
Party and
nothing to do.
Pogba could be a really good midfield. Like
under Wenger.
if Pogba had his mind there, then I think it would.
I
work.
think you need a 10. I really think you need a 10 there. I don't think it's in a 4-4-2.
Have you gone with the Arsenal 4-4-2 as a striker as a 10, basically?
kind of striker
Okay, so
messed
no.
me up too because there aren't good strikers.
There's not
There's not it,
only one striker.
yeah, it's hard.
There's no
Strikers hard.
partnerships in the Prem, are there?
Yeah.
And a lot of the strikers that are in the Premier League aren't strikers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Son is like, Spurs'
Yeah.
most reliable goal scorer right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So
Wow, midfield got spicy there, guys.
midfield's interesting. That was a lot more interesting.
I told you I was gonna change it to Conte, but then I figured I'd take it on the chin for the sake of content.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Yeah.
We discussed
For the
Pogba.
sake of content.
Pogba is
Yeah.
better than Conte.
Hey, he has 7 assists so far this season.
Yeah.
Was that from like game 2?
He got 4
Yeah.
in the
Them were
first
in the
game, I
first
think.
game.
Right, my guy froze. He hasn't moved for 45 minutes.
But yeah,
Through the
all right.
I
wingers,
respect
and,
it
I set this one out.
during the
Yeah.
Liverpool game, getting sent off. I respect that so
Yeah,
that
much.
was-
what a professional.
that was
He just did
premeditated,
not
by
want
the
to
way.
take that.
I don't
Definitely
want to be here.
premeditated. Definitely
Jacques.
premeditated.
Jacques.
I'm over this.
It was beautiful. Man was laughing as soon as he did it. He knew what he
The
wanted
second
to
you
do.
didn't start that game, he was like, "Oh, I know what I'm doing."
All right.
I
So,
feel
yeah.
like Pogba would be fun to hang out with too.
Oh yeah.
Do you reckon that's
Like-
the thing, though, actually? Like, I don't remember the last time I've seen a team get absolutely drilled and they didn't have a red card. Do you reckon they take the red card to make it look not as bad?
Yeah, what a PR
I-
red card.
Just
I
in
don't
case,
know.
just in case.
I don't know if it's that. I think it's more along the lines of what Pogba did. And it's just like, I don't want to be a part of this
Maybe,
anymore.
Yeah.
That was
Like,
his. That was
let me
his
go
plea
take a
to get
shower
Solskjaer sacked.
and
That
leave.
genuinely
Yeah.
was.
It
his,
genuinely is.
I don't
Mhm.
want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't
wanna-
want to
I'm
be
getting
coached under
benched
this elf
for
man.
Fred still.
Should have
He
done,
looks like an
should have
elf.
done a Carlos Tevez and just refused to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just looks up. No,
No,
mate,
Nah.
3-0. You
Nah.
didn't start me. No.
Nah. Nah.
Nah.
All
Wait,
right.
was it 4?
It
Was
was
it
I
4
think it was
after?
4 or 5.
Oh
Actually.
my god.
No, it was 5-0,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
it was-
Five.
He
Yeah,
actually
they did
come on at
concede after
5-0.
that.
Yeah, they scored the 5th really early in the second half.
He actually came on at
yeah.
5-0, and that
Yeah, he
is
would've-
what a king.
Alright.
That's the height of professionalism.
All right.
Genuinely is.
We're gonna
The
move on.
IQ.
We're gonna move on from midfielders because I think we've talked about midfielders for ages.
Yeah.
So Jurgen, you're gonna sit this one out. And we'll do wingers, all right?
Yep.
So okay. So we'll go with right winger first, and
Yeah,
if you
Mohamed
haven't
Salah.
if you haven't picked Salah, then
Mohamed Salah.
Scott, your face. Have you picked?
No,
Salah?
I picked Salah. I
Okay.
was just trying to. I was trying to think of a meme
I'm
player. I
not
was going to
even
pretend.
safe.
No,
I'm
I
not even
picked.
safe.
I picked Dan James.
No, I have
So-
Salah.
Okay.
Okay, okay.
It
Yeah,
has
Salah
to be.
in a right mid. Actually, that's the one formation I'd say is probably. If
You know
you
what I was
wanted to put
thinking?
him as one of your strikers, I would have allowed that over him at right mid.
Probably
Hold that.
Perez.
Oh, yes, it's Salah.
Um,
Does anyone have a
Adama
backup
Traore.
option?
You know- No, but you know what? I reckon the same way that Freddie said Van Dijk is in the conversation for like all-time 11. I think Salah is as well.
Yes. Yeah, I agree.
yeah.
Do we quickly drop like the winger chat. Like, because the it's become trendy among Chelsea fans now to be like, oh, he's never performed to Hazard's level. Bro, Hazard was a concept footy player. You can't take 3 years off professional football and be serious. You can't. He 15, 16, he took the entire season off, came back to stop Spurs winning the league for one game, and then dipped again. Which I respect.
Hazard is the highest level of Alex Iwobi.
Whoa.
I'm
not ready for that.
Not agreeing with that.
I'm not ready for that.
Clip.
That's a
that is the highest level of Alex Iwobi.
Ooh. Chelsea fans. His Twitter is at AFC safe.
Think about it.
To be fair, in terms of shot power, I would disagree with you.
Yeah, in terms of being able to connect with the football at a somewhat competent level.
Yeah.
In terms of everything other than dribbling, you're
but like,
wrong.
I'm just saying he's not an end product player.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's why I think I don't like the Hazard discussion.
In general,
Like,
I think he's not, but like conceptual Hazard, like we're saying, he is. Because conceptual Hazard is a joke.
Did you see the tweet about Iwobi's stats? In the last 40 or 60 games, it was 0 goals, 0 assists. But against Wolves,
he has
it's
3 goals.
3 goals, 4 assists or something in 4 games.
He's got 7
It's like, do you remember when he's
in 4 games
played
against
Argentina?
Wolves?
Who did?
Every time Nigeria played Argentina, Iwobi kept scoring.
Yeah.
Which is weirdly a lot.
Yeah, why did Nigeria and Argentina, is that one of international footy's best odd rivalries?
Yeah, no,
the
they're
Niger boys.
City. It's
They
like
just sort of end up in the
they always
same
just end
group.
up together.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the USA and Ghana.
Yeah.
Always end up in the
Yes.
same
Oh,
group.
that's a classic. Let me tell you about
Salah's just consensus right winger.
Yeah, no.
I would say
I
yes.
have Mahrez in there in the conversation, but nowhere near as Salah.
No. So I don't think there is.
No.
I don't think there is. There's no conversation.
Yeah, that's what I mean. There's no conversation.
If you're running a formation that, this is what I'm saying, the only pick I'd allow to lay off was safe.
Yeah.
That has no defensive pressure on your wide right player. There is no conversation.
It's Salah, yeah.
If you need some defensive pressure, maybe you could be like, oh, if I'm running Trent Alexander-Arnold behind him. I mean, I know Liverpool literally do that.
Yeah.
But so yeah, shut the fuck up, man. What am I doing about? But like, I would say, oh, maybe I don't know if I trust him to actually cooperate with the midfield, because he's actually a striker. Like, I'm running my team as like a centre forward.
Yeah.
You want your striker to score bare goals.
I definitely thought about putting Salah as one of my strikers.
Yeah.
But I feel like he's pretty cemented to right wing. Like when I think of Salah, I think of right wing.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I like inverted wingers too. So like,
all right. So
I think it's helpful when I have the pivot because they can come in.
Yeah, that's fair.
What I would say is funny is if you actually look at like we call him a winger, but look at his touch maps.
Yeah,
motherfucker is running Lewandowski-esque touch maps.
Man was never outside
really
the box.
impressive.
He was just chilling, bro.
I just want to say something when talking touch maps. I looked at Jorginho's touch map. He genuinely has a red dot on the penalty circle.
That's impressive. That's really impressive. Yeah, Penginho.
Does he actually?
That's so.
He has a monopoly.
He has
on
actual.
penalties.
I can try to find a picture.
A probable potential of having a touch exactly on the penalty spot.
That's mad.
That is hilarious.
Right. Okay. Salah consensus, simple. Left winger.
Some conversation here.
Left winger was probably my hardest position.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna let you guys go because I think I've got a hard profile pick.
Wait, I just remembered. Oh, there is actually a conversation. I forgot it.
Yeah. Right. So I flip in between two, but I only not picking one because his sample size isn't as big as the other one.
Yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm.
Phil Foden was who I was gonna pick.
N.
I see it.
Phil Foden.
I don't like his head, but yeah.
Yeah. Phil Foden was am I gonna pick him? But his stats are very good. His stats are very good.
Nice, man.
And if we did this at the end of the season, I'd probably have him starting. but
Yeah.
I've gone with Mane as the actual starter.
Mine
Mane.
is the exact same. I was looking at like Grealish and Foden in particular, and I was siding towards Foden as well. But I thought I feel like in a year's time, Mane might drop out and Foden will come in.
Yes.
But for the sheer amount of GA that Mane has in the last couple of seasons, you can't.
Yeah, it's staggering.
Yes.
It absolutely is staggering.
It is. But I was actually looking through his stats, and it's like actually incredible how much GA Mane actually has.
I know you always like it is sort of so peak how good Salah is.
Yeah.
Because Mane would have best player in the league shouts if he wasn't the second best winger in his own team.
Yeah.
You can't get over that.
Yeah. But so if we did this end of season, Foden would probably be in mine. But I am going to go Mane.
He needs to run an entire season.
Yeah, because he hasn't had a season where he starts.
So what do you need to be considered a left winger? 30 appearances.
Yeah, I looked at his last season. He played half his games at left wing, half his games in midfield.
Yeah, that 8-10.
Yeah. So
that's what I thought is they were trying to replace De Bruyne before De Bruyne left with Foden.
Yeah.
But then what he's ended up doing is replace Grealish before Grealish has hit the ground running. Foden.
Yes.
I mean, you Pep, bro. I mean, you have unlimited backing. So,
but yeah, Foden.
You guys
Foden
Grealish leaves for like 30 million in a few years.
Yeah, he definitely will. No, he's not.
No, I think he stays.
No, so okay. Do you want to chat about Grealish?
Yeah, go on.
Because at my left wing, I picked Grealish.
Ah,
really?
I really have.
I mean, come on, man. He has been so good last seasons, man.
Yeah,
so what I want to
Don't
talk
let
to you
the
about
Euros
Grealish.
and this not.
Yeah, what I want to chat to you about Grealish is think of Wenger's 3-4-3.
Right.
He ran Alexis, Giroud, or Welbeck, and Ozil. And I think there is that extra pressure, especially if you got Salah running. You're expecting 30 goals. You're not mad to expect 30 goals. I want a bit more of a link man. And I think there's no kind of better left wing 10 hybrid than Grealish. Right. Okay. So if we're not doing the 3-month discussion, what I would say,
2 games.
What I would say is he wins more fouls than anyone else. He got excellent tech. Also, he's sort of in his
loyal to his country.
What I call
true.
It's true, man.
Born in
His Irish heart.
He is born in England.
He's from Birmingham. He is from Birmingham, to be fair to him. What I would say is happening with Grealish is, and you might laugh, but I think he's in his Pep transition year. I think when a lot of people join Pep's teams, they sort of don't quite know how different it's going to be. It happened at Bayern when he just started picking players he knew would work rather than with good players. Like Dante was one of their starting centre backs.
Yeah.
At City alone, Cancelo, they signed him for like 40 million and Danilo, and everyone thought what a waste of money when he was the best right back in the world for Juventus. And then he stunk, and now he's back to being in the best right back in the world discussions.
Yeah.
Rodri, the same thing. Goalkeepers have that as well with Pep. So I think Grealish in a year's time we'll be looking back at that because I believe in Grealish. I think he's one of those transformative players that City did not need one bit. I think, and I have a note here, he's got fantastic decision making other than joining City, because I think he would.
I think it has ruined his. Not ruined.
I think his rep is gone.
Yeah, it's ruined his rep.
Because if he now gets another 25 GA season, you're like,
no one cares.
Yeah.
You're like, but so does De Bruyne, so does Foden,
right.
So does Bernardo.
City's so weird.
Yeah, I loved Jack Grealish before he went to City, but he joined City and then it's like every bit of soul drained. And I was like,
it's very the amount of City.
It's also odd with City because I feel like at every position in our best 11, you could pick a City player, like multiple City. You could put multiple City players.
Other than left back, unless you want to play Cancelo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Zinchenko.
Yeah, because no felons allowed.
There's definitely no one.
And no felons.
So Scott, you actually like your dad is a City fan. Like, what does he think? Is he in the worry train?
Well, he's also Irish, right?
Yeah, my dad.
He's also Irish. He probably hates him.
my dad said Smith Rowe's better. If that's
City fans, you heard it there first.
my dad is a complete idiot. So you know.
But like, so
Your
our
dad knows
City
He's
balls.
fans
also
aren't
like
panicked,
10%
are
of
they?
City fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mad.
So I just think for when I'm running Salah on the other side,
Yeah.
and Tielemans, who is my more advanced midfielder, like I don't have a 10-10. I want a bit more like creation. I think
Yeah.
Grealish is
Yeah.
perfect for me.
Again, as a
Yeah.
profile pick, you pick perfectly in every role, but like
Yeah.
I wouldn't have him in best.
I would
left
have
winger.
Mané.
Yeah, I wouldn't have him
Yeah.
best left winger at all. But
So-
again, for profile, yeah, it works. Yeah.
For my left winger, I also chose a Manchester City player. I went for Raheem Sterling.
Does he play left?
He does.
Huh?
Yeah.
He plays.
I
50.
don't even know.
He's like 50-50, you know.
Yeah.
I figured I don't need to rely on him for scoring. I just need that little burst of creativity.
I
have
just-
Salah.
I just worry that is he City's fourth best winger?
I also would have gone Mahrez over Sterling.
Does Mahrez
On the
play on the left now?
Not really, but I would play him there over
It's a
Sterling.
4-4-2 as
I
well.
feel like Mahrez's
Yeah,
strength is
4-4-2.
cutting inside. Yeah,
Sterling in a
4-4-2.
Yeah, no, I don't
I
want
know.
Mahrez anywhere near the left. Like his
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
is.
I was thinking
techie
in a
inside dribbles.
4-4-2. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
Sterling has a
My
better work rate
formation
as
is
well.
weird.
Yeah, 4-4-2
Yeah.
is hard,
I
bro.
don't think
4-4-2. You know what? Had you asked for, you probably should have picked Grealish, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I don't
4-4-2.
know. I've
Robbie
never been the
Brady.
biggest
Robbie
Grealish
Brady.
guy, even when he was at
Brady.
Villa.
Yeah. Oh god, who do I pick in the 4-4-2? Your safe name came out of the roulette first as well.
Yeah,
He
that
actually got
sucks.
Yeah,
4-4-2 first.
Who's a left midfielder? Like not even a winger.
There's
Saka, I guess. Good.
Saka.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Saka's a good
yeah.
shot. Oof, tough.
It's like
That
the
is
only
really
real
hard.
left midfielder is Emil Smith Rowe.
Yeah.
I feel like he's the
Yeah.
only one in the Premier League who's a true left midfielder.
Yeah.
Like that's why I said Adama Traore as a right midfielder. Like it's kind of
yeah,
a
I
joke,
see
but
that.
yeah,
It's
he,
kind
he,
of
has,
a great
Yeah.
pick.
he is like that right midfielder.
It's just I have such an outdated formation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Leon Bailey. I'm just looking through
Leicester's still running a
Oh, you can
4-4-2
pick.
now.
You can pick
Barnes is out.
Buendia. I thought, right.
Buendia, Leon
Wendy
Bailey.
has been asked.
Leon Bailey. What has Leon Bailey done in the Prem? You
Bro, I'm just
cannot-
looking. I'm just listing
Bro.
off left wingers. I'm not.
Respect Leon Bailey.
Robbie Brady is the best one. Don't worry.
What are you on? Are you on
Warren.
Sovifa?
No,
Warren.
I am just looking through the Premier League list. Todd
Foden has
Cantwell.
93 potential though. Foden.
Man.
Bro, that's better than Messi.
But yeah, no, like I was saying, like at left wing we had 3 different Manchester City players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's actually
Oh
really
my
true.
god, we did. Yeah.
And like you can make the case for each of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell which one is really better than the others because it's Manchester City.
Yeah.
Pep,
Yeah,
Pep just
Pep-
plays whoever
Pep
he wants.
roulette is a real thing, man.
There isn't
Yeah.
a starting 11.
There
yeah.
not
No,
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
All
I
right.
hate them so much.
Yeah,
So-
honestly.
Yeah. Yeah.
He just has
The,
a rap.
the more I've grown up, the more I dislike.
Yeah. I thought,
What's-
oh, they're kind of cool. They're kind of cool. Oh, this is fun. And
No, the
as
thing
I
that-
get older,
No, the thing that gets me actually now is I've decided to hate Pep.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Which, like that I've realized how fake he is as a person
Clip.
really gets to
I've
me.
hated him since the Yaya stuff.
No, but yeah, so that treating Yaya like that, but also just the Aguero thing. Motherfucker, you haven't played him in 19 months. Now you're bussing
We
tear
cannot
on the
replace him.
field.
We cannot replace him.
We cannot replace. I
don't know
honestly
who-
think was the most disgraceful act I've seen in the football field since Xhaka's last act of bozery. Like it's so poor, and it's
Was
just
that the choke? Jack's
can't-
last one? Was that
Was
the
it?
choke?
maybe it was.
It's up
Yeah.
there. Yeah. There's quite a
It's
lot.
too many.
Oh, he did it against City.
Yeah, he did get
with
sent off.
He
That,
did get sent
that
off against
game was
City.
fun. Oh yeah, no. The choke game was fun because Mohamed El Neni did the same thing like 20 minutes later.
Yeah.
Just didn't get sent off.
Yeah.
The thing with Pep, I've noticed, like I used to think that like City were like a real soulless club, and it was only because like they had loads of money and nothing mattered because all the players are sick. But someone made the point, I can't remember who it was on a video or something, that like if you think of Wenger for Arsenal or Klopp for Liverpool, you can tell that they love the club they're managing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Pep,
Pep would bounce.
Pep could be fucking anywhere.
He
It
would
be
go
the
in a
exact
Yeah.
same.
heartbeat. Yeah.
You know
He's
what's
been there
mad?
for, what, 6 years?
Yeah. And like, if he left and joined another team, it would be no different.
But do you remember that Champions League ban that was obviously never going to happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would have bounced in a heartbeat.
If that actually happened, he would have gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
It's a
and De
manager
Bruyne
that
would have
doesn't
gone.
feel like it's been there that long.
Yeah.
Because
Just
what
by like the
is
energy.
the point?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because he's tagged fuck Bobbins Cup, but no, but not a single like. The thing is, like, at every single opportunity he's had to actually succeed beyond his means, other than the Premier League, which is exactly what we're rating right now.
Yeah.
He sort of performed to standard or below. Like what City were winning Premier League. City were winning Carabao Cups or League Cups. They were winning 1 out of 9 FA Cups. They're still doing that. What they weren't doing is winning Champions Leagues. And that's all they wanted to do. And they haven't done that.
Yeah.
I also don't think Pep is a very good coach.
Yeah.
If he managed it,
come on now. Come on.
If he managed a team who couldn't spend whatever they wanted every season,
it's true.
I think he'd be
never have
awful.
I think
he'll never have that.
I think
Tony Pulis is Stoke.
The thing is,
like,
right,
there's a reason he's at the job he has.
Yeah.
I think if he manages Newcastle right now, they're going down.
Yeah,
It's true.
100%.
but
It's
he'll never
part
be
of
in
what
that
I
scenario.
worry about with Arteta. I feel like
Yeah.
Arteta took too much from that, and he's implementing like tactics that don't work with the resources that we have.
I guess
sometimes.
Yeah. I hear that.
I think you worded it in a very clickbaity way, but
I respect the
Hey,
hustle.
I'm here
I
for
really
the content. I'm here for the content.
Why that's wrong, I'd say, with respect, is when you talk about coaching, you talk about players that have upped their ceiling so consistently under Guardiola. I mean, it's so funny that all the wingers say that was Arteta, but all the wingers that Pep works with, like there's that ridiculous clip. Do you remember when he was just bullying Redmond, and Redmond was like, yeah. He just, there was like another winger who was underperforming GA that Pep Guardiola had to fix just for no reason, because he just he does most 80% of players that come through Guardiola get better, or they find a gear and a team that works. And what I would say is why he doesn't get the GOAT discussion, or why he shouldn't for me, is that I think every manager needs to show that they overperform, and I don't think he's overperformed with City.
No.
Exactly.
Like, I don't think he's done that. Where I would say, like, can you actually imagine Guardiola 08 to 16 Emirates era? Like, oh my god,
no,
we'd be in League One. Like, he'd be like, so imagine he's like, okay, so our entire plan for this season is sell Cesc Fabregas, and he'd be like, no. And that's it. Well, we're going down. That's it. That's the discussion over. So we have to let you go. We can't afford your wages.
4 18-year-olds.
Yeah. You
and
can
you'll
have 4
lose your best
18-year-olds.
player.
You'll sign like Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain and his mate Carl Jenkinson, and you'll make him start.
I'd love if he was like
he'd make Gervinho a demon though.
I'd love to see him
Gervinho is a very underrated player, I think.
I think he was, I think
he was so good in Italy.
I'd love to see him in that like Frank Lampard transfer ban kind of season.
Yeah.
Like they've just sold their best player, and now you're bringing in a lot of youths.
But what's annoying about that is because transfer ban.
I know, but like in the sense that
Yeah.
they sold their best player and they had to bring up like Tammy and Mason Mount and all them, and just do the best you can. So I'd love to see him do that.
But that sort of doesn't matter to big clubs when Chelsea had like 40 man on loan.
Well, it's also
we'll keep 3 of you back.
The City group. Those clubs just pump players into Manchester City's academy. Basically, they've got so many good young players coming through.
Honestly, they just be taking
everywhere.
Africans off.
They genuinely do.
They just take Africans.
They genuinely do. They genuinely do. They've got so many different. I can't remember how many franchises they have now.
They bought a Bolivian team.
They brought an Indian one. Did they buy an Indian one recently? I think they did as well.
Just
because Saudi one.
If there is a South
they
Asian
can.
footballer that comes through, we'll have them. That's what they think. So despite that, like, also City fans always go like, well, before they signed 100 million Grealish, they'd be like, oh, your record signing is always higher than ours.
Yeah,
and it's true. Arsenal put 72 million into Pepe, but they put 40 million into Ake, 30 million into Danilo,
They'll have
45 million, or was it 54 million onto Mendy? 50 million.
I don't remember the last time they signed somebody under 30 million.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So like you pad your team with them.
But also,
Yeah.
It's why Newcastle are inevitable.
Yeah.
Because that
Yeah.
season, that method cannot fail.
Yeah.
no.
It
No,
cannot fail. It
Depth.
will be
Just
bumpy.
depth.
But the
Like,
amount,
Yeah.
like
It
Mark
might take a
Hughes was
couple
actually manager of Man City.
yeah,
He actually was.
yeah.
But in the end, they got Pep because it cannot fail.
Yeah.
Well, the amount of the money that City have invested into their youth academies as well. They've got some actual real, like they've got Liam Delap, they've got Cole Palmer coming through. I can't think of other names off the top
To be
of my
honest,
head.
with respect,
Esparto,
I'm never going to be
Angelino,
scared of Liam Delap.
No,
I'll never be scared.
No,
Like,
no,
he
no,
might
but
drag
I don't
bags
think
to
you can be
players-
scared of
they're
somebody
players-
named Liam.
That's true. That's
Liam
true.
Brick.
But they've got players that show promise coming through the academy already playing for like the 23s, playing well and stuff. They've got a lot of depth, even in their youth. You know,
Yeah.
so they're not going away ever.
And
you
to
know,
them, that's just like money for players
Yeah,
to sell
that's
so
what
that
I
they
mean.
can keep it with the FFP rules.
yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
now pro climate change. So we use all the oil quicker, so cities decline. quicker.
Greta Thunberg. you
Honestly, I just started my car.
I think what you-
my
I think
car's
what you mean.
aircon on full blast.
I think what you're meaning to say is that if we like green energy would be the death of Man City,
No,
like
if we
widespread
all
green energy.
dedicated to green energy, yeah.
I'm saying widespread.
yeah,
I
Like,
kind of
if
just
we-
I need my car to be cold, man. Crack that aircon.
If we cut the reliance on fossil fuels, it would hurt Manchester City.
Let's go.
This is the petition.
Let's all
If
go
you-
green, boys.
If you
Yeah,
came
let's
to
go
see
green and
City,
go
clap
play
your
in the
hands.
Emirates Stadium, guys. Fly Emirates on our chest.
If you came to see the champions, clap your hands.
Should we move?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Anyway, so we don't
The
love
Manchester City tangent.
Yeah.
No.
They're just too good
Wait,
to
how
not.
long did we just talk about City for? Jesus Christ.
This is a long episode.
Yeah.
Manchester City podcast.
Strikers.
Right.
Actually, you can go first. Who's doing a partnership? Because that's kind of hard.
Do you're
I
gonna
have
say
a
it first. Say what
partnership.
a partnership.
They've
Yeah.
got partnerships.
All right, I can. I've got. Of course, it's Conte, right? A Conte
Uh-oh.
strike partnership. So
Yeah.
I have picked Lukaku up front, but
Yeah.
I am willing to
Yeah.
change if you don't want to, because I'm taking into account the Serie
It's
A
up to you,
season.
bro.
Yeah.
It's up to
I'll
you.
count
Yeah.
Lukaku. I'll count Lukaku.
He is one of the best strikers in the league right now.
Is
Yeah.
he's of course he is that role that I want.
Yeah.
The role he played under Conte.
Yeah.
So that
Who's Lautaro?
Yeah.
and I wrote down Kane and a certain other Portuguese guy.
I say yeah. Bruno Fernandes.
No
Mm.
felons
Kane.
allowed.
Yeah.
Kane was the alternative to Lukaku. I also had Calvert-Lewin, but I changed my mind.
I like
Good.
that.
I'm glad you did.
And that's more of a second striker role guy.
Lautaro Martinez. Who's your
I like
Lautaro?
that.
My Lautaro Martinez. I looked at heat maps. I looked at some stats. I looked at
Nice.
Bish Bash Bosh. On my short list, I have Phil Foden.
Oh,
On my short list, I thought Phil Foden would be great in that role. I feel.
Interesting.
yeah.
I think all
He's going
across
to end
the
up
attack.
playing false nine for City.
I
Oh,
think
yeah.
all across the attack, he's great. I think.
Yeah.
Other than number 9.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also had Mane. Not
All right.
Salah, but
Yeah.
Mane. I feel
I
like
see,
Mane
yeah.
would fit the second striker role much better than Salah. So Salah is not even named on my sheet of names.
Wow.
Ooh.
I mean,
Wow.
yeah.
Controversial.
Yeah.
And my second striker, my Lautaro Martinez, is Heung-min Son.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
right.
he
Yeah.
smashed that. I
I-
really think
so-
he smashed that.
As you were
He-
listing off names, I was like, "You're gonna pick Son." I was like, "I'm very fine with Son." Yeah.
Heung-min Son is like
Guarantees you a double as well.
he's really good.
We
He's
forgot
just
to
like
mention him in the wingers. Whoops.
Yeah, I thought like
Oh yeah. No.
when you said left wingers, I was like, oh, there's one pick, Sadio Mane, and then I thought, oh
Yeah.
wait, Heung-min Son's one too.
He's not even on my
That's
backup
Son.
list.
I forgot about
him.
him.
Yeah, I forgot about him.
Man City have too many
Yeah.
fucking wingers. I forgot about his son.
I need to check out what was his goals and assists last season, Mane.
No, but he
Right,
guarantees you a
Son.
double. Like
Yeah, he
his
does.
consistency is
Yeah.
remarkable.
He formed such a good partnership last season with Kane, even with playing for a shit team. Sorry. I mean, 17 goals, 10 assists. I mean, that is just fantastic.
Yeah.
Really.
I mean, that's better than usual, but he does hit that every year.
Yeah, he does. That
Yeah,
is
it's
like,
roughly that. Yeah.
and that is with a Tottenham team managed by
Ryan
Jose
Mason.
Mourinho.
Yeah,
Ryan Mason and Jose Mourinho.
But yeah, no, Lukaku and Son as a partnership.
That would
That's-
slap actually.
Yeah.
It would be really good.
Yeah.
Of course, I had Kane. Of course.
What's also great about Son is he's just the nicest man ever.
Oh, he's not.
Yes.
How can you
He's
not adore this man?
I hate him.
You know, isn't it so? Don't I find it genuinely kind of racist the way everyone sort of treats him? It's, you know, that meme of like thing in Japan, just how
Yeah.
people sort of see East Asian.
Yeah.
He's not
He's
even
Like,
Japanese.
he's just so cute. Look at him
Not
crying.
Japanese
I
though,
know.
but
Yeah.
I know East
But
Asian.
yeah.
Look at him
Yeah.
crunch this man's leg.
yeah.
Yeah.
Look at him cry after breaking a man's leg.
After
Oh,
shattering
what a
someone's
cute
femur.
man. Oh.
Oh, look at him crying. He has to go to war.
He celebrated with an apology. He scored a goal and celebrated with a.
It's better than not scoring a goal and betting your daughter's life on it.
Yeah, true.
You never ever compare this man to Kante ever again.
Yeah, Son's fair
But
pick.
I
Yeah.
think you've smashed that partnership actually.
I
'Cause
do.
it's, even for a partnership striker, it's a different role sort of thing. I
Yeah.
think you've
Yeah.
done really well there.
Yeah,
So
Safe, what about you, bro?
for
Safe.
my partnership, I also picked Romelu Lukaku.
fair. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that in a partnership of all the strikers in the Premier League, he's the one that you would want.
yeah,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think he's not really been
he's-
this good this season, but that's because he plays
But-
as a lone striker.
yeah.
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 I reckon him and
What
Werner
team of
together.
Werner's there?
Him and
Supposedly.
supposedly?
Werner
Yeah.
together
He's on the
Yeah.
wing, though, isn't he?
But like
as a striker.
there aren't a lot of strikers that you can play off of in the Premier League these days.
Lukaku's. Yeah, Giroud would be here, mate.
Yeah,
It's like
Yeah,
almost
Giroud
why I had
would
to
be
pick
here.
Calvert-Lewin there. Just like big guy.
yeah.
And for my second striker, my partner for Lukaku, I have Sadio Mane.
So
That's fair.
you've done really well there.
Yeah,
I think.
that's
You
good.
both,
I think
I
that-
think you've both got it.
Yeah,
Prime,
Yeah.
We thought similarly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Prime
Definitely.
Alexis would have been so good in the league.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Alexis Lukaku. Woo.
Mhm.
Woo. That would be beautiful.
Well, that's what they did last year. When
Yeah,
Lautaro
yeah,
got
that's true,
subbed
yeah.
off, Alexis came on.
Yeah, but that's not prime Alexis.
No,
Yeah.
it's not. No,
Yeah.
ripped to a real one. Can you actually
Yeah.
mention?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
Alexis Lukaku.
All I can
I
Wait,
think
think
they've
of
did
never
they play at
been-
United? Surely they actually did play at United together. Just Alexis
Oh,
decided to
they
take
did, yeah.
those
They probably
years.
Well,
of
did.
football.
Alexis just hated life
Yeah, man.
immediately after transferring to
He saw
Manchester
Jesse
United. He was like, oh,
Lingard.
this is not
The
the same.
piano was out of tune, and he decided it was bad.
I
Yeah,
saw
but
Jesse
then-
Lingard doing Fortnite.
like, can
dances
I
in
go
the crowd.
back?
I was like, geez.
Literally.
Jay
He
What is
wanted
this
to
thing?
go back.
Yeah. and like he just looked and he's just like, I want to be back to with my dogs.
Shout out Adam and Humber fan, bro.
Wow, man. Wow, Rich O'Reilly.
The dog shagger.
Whoa.
Bro,
He would
was-
never.
yeah,
I do love that he
You're-
got his girlfriend to just take pictures of him with his dogs for his Instagram, and she was never featured.
yeah, I love that. I love that. All right, so
Uh,
Alexis
onto
is such a
us.
funny player.
us three with
So
solo
our number
strikers.
nines.
Yes.
yeah.
Who wants to go first?
So I'll go first. I think mine's not going to be like fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because this was my hardest pick for the same reason. And as a solo nine, I have gone Lukaku, despite him literally stinking up as a nine for United for 2 seasons. So I'll exclude. There's no rapists allowed.
Good.
I don't need any creation from this nine.
Yeah.
I've got Grealish, I've got Tianama, and I'm okay with that. Like I
You got
think
the wing
those,
backs.
yeah, I've got width. So I don't need creation. I need link up. And I think sort of he's kind of playing with Salah as a sort of partnership.
Yeah,
He scores more than Firmino. And my second pick for my low nine, I actually ended up with Cavani. But he scores
He's
more.
good.
I just try back him
I
at the
thought
end of the
about
season.
Cavani.
At the end of the
in the
season, I think
Lukaku
Lukaku
role.
will have more goals than Cavani.
Yes.
And he
Cavani-
expands. Oh, I was going to
Can
say
I-
he
can I
expands the
say something real
offense
quick?
better than Oba. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cavani and David Luiz occupy the same role on different ends of the pitch, I feel
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
They
I
are
see
the
that.
same player in different forms.
I can get behind that. I can
I
get behind that.
hear that. So yeah, it's just sort of excuse
I
me.
can't
So,
explain it. It's just something I feel deep in my heart.
Yeah.
the only time he's really excelled at leading a line is with Belgium, and his numbers for Belgium are absurd.
They are.
They play a 3-4-3 most regularly
Yeah.
with a forward and a creator, and he's got De Bruyne as
Yeah.
his creator, and his forward sort of swaps often. But his goals for Belgium are stupid. So that's my justification playing him as a lone 9. The United thing is worrying. It's on my mind.
I think the United thing was mostly United.
Yeah.
He was
I
clowning
have
though.
no faith.
He
in
was.
that.
Clowning.
He was awful.
And he
that
also
season.
weighed probably 130 kilograms. No joke.
Yeah.
Like he
Yeah, it
has
was the weirdest
that
season.
picture
He
of him in
was
the
a-
suit.
he was a big
was
boy.
the
He was a
funniest
big
thing
boy.
I've ever
He was
seen.
already a unit. I don't understand why he did
I
it.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't very thick, man. He was actually just a bit fat.
Yeah.
Like he genuinely was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think he expands the offense better than Oba, and he scores more for Cavani, and I don't need creation as much. If I needed a bit more creation, I would have picked Kane.
That's fine.
That was my 3 I ended up with was Kane, Lukaku, and Cavani. And I'm just going Lukaku off his Belgian numbers in this same formation that I'm running.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So I too have Lukaku.
Yeah. All right. I had it down to 3 or 4. All right.
Oh.
It's a hard pick. It's to have one striker. It's very, very hard to pick just
Is
one.
Danny Ings in there?
No. But Jamie Vardy is, but he's
I
not.
thought about Vardy. I thought
of
about
Vardy.
Vardy. in my
I thought
second
about
thought
striker
Vardy
role.
would be very, very good.
When I thought about Vardy, I thought, well, I could just say Aubameyang.
Yeah. So that's why
Yeah.
I've got Vardy, Aubameyang, Lukaku. But my pick is Harry Kane.
Yeah, I mean,
You know,
Absolutely fine.
Yeah. It's Harry Kane. I was trying to make it more like suspense, build it up a bit, but it's Harry Kane.
he's
Yeah.
just
You know,
like,
it's Harry Kane.
He's crocked, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
I regret to inform you that he's absolutely crocked.
He's having a bad season.
He's having a bad kind
He
of
is roast
18
brisket this season.
Yeah.
I think he's
23
about-
goals, 14 assists last season.
You can't
That is
not
mad.
take Harry Kane after the last 2 seasons. If we ignore the 10 to 15 games he's played this season
and his England time.
and ignore the
Yeah.
Euros, because I really hated him during the Euros.
But he was shocking. That's
Oh,
what
he was
so bad.
horrible. He was the worst player on the pitch.
He was the
against,
worst player
he
on
was
the
genuinely
pitch.
England's worst
bad.
player.
I
He
mean,
was
Luke
like,
Shaw outperformed him
Yes.
consistently.
like
Yeah.
you guys played.
Scary
Who did you
hours.
guys play in the group? Like
Czech Republic, Croatia,
Croatia.
and
he was the
Scotland.
worst player on the pitch in
Scotland.
those games.
yeah, he
Like,
was
yeah,
awful.
he did
against
nothing.
Croatia and Czech Republic.
Yeah,
Like,
if you didn't have Sterling's goals,
genuinely
you
awful.
barely could have the group.
Oh no, yeah.
Isn't that mad?
We were
Isn't
awful.
that mad?
That's
Yeah.
part of why I chose Sterling, by the way.
And
I
most of
had
the
Euros
like
in my
most
mind.
England fans, if you talk to them, they wouldn't have put. They wouldn't
Yeah,
have brought
didn't
Sterling.
want Sterling anywhere near the
We-
lineup, and he dragged you out of the Euros.
Were
Dragged you.
we were
Of
so
the group.
bad during the Euros. We got very, very lucky in
Absolute
most of our
fugazi
games.
Euros.
Oh
Absolute
yeah.
fugazi.
I had a great time. I had a fantastic time.
Wait,
I
who
was
did you
drunk
guys
most
cheat
games.
out of the final? Out of
Denmark.
Denmark. Yeah.
Denmark semi, yeah.
Yeah. I was drunk most of them. It was fantastic. I was having a great time. Apart from the final where I did cry, lay on the floor, and
You
then
are
sit
such.
then
that's-
sit in the garden for like 20 minutes because Saka was getting abuse.
I felt
That,
like
see, that was the worst part for me, is because I wanted England
Yeah.
to
I
lose
saw-
every single
that's my-
stage, and then
that's
when
my
they
boy.
finally did, it was on Saka's.
I saw
Yeah,
Saka
that's my
step
boy.
up.
I
I
was
saw
my
Saka
boy.
step up, and I sat down. And I was like,
No,
not gonna happen.
because we've
I
never
thought-
seen
I-
him take a pen as an
Yeah.
Arsenal fan.
no,
gonna
that was
happen.
the first penalty he's taken in his career.
What is that? Yeah, this isn't the England
Southgate is a
dissecting pod.
monster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Like, who does that?
I saw fans
But
everywhere
put him
just
first. Put him
hating
first.
on him, and I was like, this is.
Horrible.
I can't.
I-
I had to just sit outside. I had to like leave the building I was in with the people
That
I
is-
was in. Like,
Can
in
I
half, I
get-
was like, I need to
Southgate
go.
Southgate
Kane
100% lost
Yeah.
the Euros for England.
Oh yeah, he did. He
Yeah.
did. I hate
He should be
Southgate.
fired. He
I
should
hated
genuinely be
Southgate
fired.
since 2016 World Cup.
Saka missing the penalty
what
is the
Euros, sorry.
definition of the fucking I won, but at what cost?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it genuinely
Right.
is for us.
Do you know what?
For all
I
of us.
felt like
As somebody
I felt
wanted
like a
England,
parent. Oh, go ahead, Scott.
as somebody wanted England to lose, of course, I compared it to, you know the end of The Last of Us where you get the choice to kill Ellie or save the humanity.
Yeah, you save the
I
world.
compared to that like Sakam is not pen is the equivalent of killing Ellie to save the world.
Yeah.
You know, it's such a good comparison. Isn't it?
You know what's scary in both those instances, Scott? We didn't get to choose. We just had to
That's
live
it.
with the
Damn.
consequences.
That's deep, bro.
Yeah.
Damn, man,
Storytelling.
we didn't even get to
No.
see the other chapters.
I know.
I felt like a parent at a youth game. whose
Yeah,
son had
genuinely,
just like
I was like, I wanted to
been
support
hurt.
him. I wanted to support.
I
was
just
like,
wanted
oh,
to
go
hug
on,
him.
Go on, Bakayo, you're doing so well. But as soon as I saw him step up to that penalty, I turned away.
like,
I was
oh,
like, he's
no.
not scoring. He's not scoring.
Didn't Donnarumma like have like a 46% save record in penalties in that?
he's a
like,
yeah.
Oh yeah,
He's
no,
on
joke.
track.
Saka's penalty wasn't even bad. It was just a good
No,
save.
Donnarumma, Donnarumma's a
was
joke
pretty
when it
bad.
comes to penalties.
Rashford.
Oh man, I just realised it's
Rashford.
Jorginho's fault for missing the first penalty of his life.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Put it away. Yeah,
There's that too.
yeah. All right.
Anyway.
Scott.
What do you also have? Kane?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kane. Yeah,
Bit of underwhelming, and then but I've got Kane as well.
yeah, Kane.
Yeah.
Kane in that in my team, I think Kane. It would be disgusting, you know. Just the ability for him to drop deep and Salah to go forward further makes me. I like it. I like it.
Wow. So should we run our 11?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
Who should go first?
I'll go first. I'll go first.
Okay.
So I've got Edison.
Wait, state your formation first.
Oh yeah, 4-3-3. 4-3-3. So we've got Edison.
You lucky
Trent.
bastard.
I think I did get the best formation.
It's the one that we all know the best. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Edison, Trent, Van Dijk, Gabriel, Robertson, Kante, Kovacic, De Bruyne, Salah, Mane, Kane.
I
Can I
think
just
you've
add
done
that
really
Van
well.
Dijk actually plays on the left
For
for
Liverpool.
Liverpool.
It don't matter.
Yeah. Face off, bro.
Yeah.
All right. Sure, I'll take it. So I'm gone 3-4-3 or 5-2-3 if you're a psycho. It's weird. I say back five, but I run the formation as a 3-4-3 in my head. Edouard Mendy, right wing back, Reece James, right centre, Ruben Dias, centre back, Van Dijk, miss you, Luis, miss you, bro. Left centre back, Kieran Tierney, left wing back, Chilwell. My 6 is Conte. My 8 is Tielemans. My right wing is Salah, of course. My left is Grealish, and my striker is Lukaku.
Interesting. All right.
And I love that assignment because I picked players that are nowhere near my 11 best. But
Yeah,
I had a lot of fun.
yeah.
So I had a very hard one, but I really enjoyed making
Yeah,
that one.
actually had my brain was ticking. I actually went through heat maps. I went through stats. So I was like, this was quite fun.
Say if you're 4-4-2. Well done, brother.
Okay, so my 1998 4-4-2.
4-4-2.
4-4-2.
Premier League 11 will be playing. Isn't it weird that that's what most newspapers resort to in like team of the season?
Yeah.
And then you
I
actually
think it
try
just,
and build a team
shows-
that works.
Yeah.
But they don't
Yeah.
use, they just put the best 2 wingers and the
Yeah.
best striker. It's just
Yeah.
like a good formation to show
Good
decent
players.
for each
Yeah.
Just
position.
two of everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I think it's just the best way to not have a single striker.
Yeah, it's probably
Like-
the easiest.
You can because you're gonna have more people considering strikers the best players in the league.
Yeah,
than
the
you
Suns,
would, like,
Premier League
defenders.
11. We're running a 3-1-2-1-3.
they're never-
3.
Okay. So my 1998 4-4-2. I've got Edouard Mendy at goalkeeper. I've got a center back pairing of Virgil van Dijk and Gabriel. My fullbacks, and these are fullbacks because it's a 4-4-2. These are fullbacks. That's a lie. I have Trent Alexander-Arnold and Kieran Tierney. I have a pivot of Thomas Partey and Paul Pogba. My wingers are Mohamed Salah and Raheem Sterling. And then my strike force is Mane and Lukaku.
I feel
You
sorry
know
for
what?
those centre
When you
backs.
read
Yeah.
when you read the entire team, what I
Yeah.
would do at left mid is I would put Pogba there.
Yeah.
When you
Think
when
so?
you read the entire team, I changed my pivot and I think I put Pogba left. But it is hard.
It's,
Yeah.
it's
It is
very
hard.
4-4-2 is the hardest one.
Yeah.
just because it's just
Do you remember?
not
Do you
used,
remember?
really.
Do you remember
Burnley.
the horrible premonition we had when Emery ran a 4-4-2 at PSG? They came to the Emirates and Matuidi played left.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
We should have known,
yeah.
That
I mean,
was
France
horrible.
won the World Cup with Matuidi
Yeah.
as a left winger, no, left midfielder.
but they had the rest of
Um,
France.
But
Yeah.
who actually plays 4-4-2? Is it just Burnley, or do they even still play it?
And
it's-
I think Leicester have got back to it now that what's the name? Harvey Barnes is injured. Or is
Yeah.
he back now? It's
I
hard to
don't
keep
know.
up with Barnes.
Yeah.
So they
As
moved to a
well.
10 finally.
You
Yeah.
need a Pires left midfielder
Yeah.
in a
Well,
4-4-2.
Yeah.
Like,
Burnley have
I mean,
Dwight
obviously-
McNeil, but you're not putting Dwight McNeil in a best Premier
No.
League 11.
like
Not
you need
yet.
that profile.
Not yet, but that's
And
what
of
you
the
want
of the
in
good
that,
wingers
you know?
in the Premier League, I figured that Raheem Sterling had the
Yeah, I get it.
Okay, yeah, I get
yeah,
it. Yeah,
he had the highest capacity to perform in that role.
yeah, that's fair.
And like Grealish, I would consider a 10.
I think he's your other option at left. But if you don't
Yeah.
like him, you don't
Yeah.
like him.
I
feel
consider
like-
him a 10.
I feel like Grealish could be like the if he added goals, he'd be the closest like Robert Perez comparison.
Yeah, that we
Yeah.
have.
Yeah,
I agree.
Jörg, do you wanna edit it 4-3-4-3-4? Do you wanna go next, Jörg?
Yeah, you got next.
Yeah, I've got, of course, the 3-5-2. I was really happy with that. Really.
You actually
Uh,
asked for it as well. It was random.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really wanted the far back. This is the new FM came out. This is exactly what I'm playing actually. It's genuinely exactly this tactic.
Yeah, this is my tactic in the second division of Uruguay, bro.
This was my tactic in FIFA 03.
Bro, Ukraine isn't ready for this Conte ball. I got Mendy in goal. Aspilicueta as the right centre back. Van Dijk in the middle and Diaz on the left. Trent and Robertson on the wing backs. Jorginho as that tempo controlling DM. It's got Rice at box to box. De Bruyne as the more advanced 8, and Son as a second striker. And Lukaku as the more formal 9.
When you read it out, it's a pretty team.
It's
That's a pretty team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It would really win the Serie A, I can tell you that.
It would
That is a
walk
squad.
Serie A. It would walk Serie A.
Yeah, no, I like that team a lot.
Yo, Inter actually did it with Ashley Young, bro.
Yeah,
Then Scott, what are you running? It's your 4-2-3-1.
4-2-3-1. I've gone with Mendy in goal.
yep.
I've got Trent at right back, Van Dijk at right centre back, Laporte left centre back, Robertson left back. Then my two deeper midfielders, I've got Kante and Bernardo Silva. I've got De Bruyne at 10. I've got Salah on the right, Mane on the left, and Kane up front.
I think that is the best Premier. I think Scott's actually made the
I
Premier
think
level.
I'd actually
Yeah.
swap. I would swap De Bruyne and Bernardo really.
in a pivot. No,
Nah.
do you want me to prove to you why De Bruyne doesn't work in a pivot? I did
Go
this
on.
before.
He's got
Rewind a bit.
stats. He's
It's
got
got his
stats.
500 words in it.
I also think that 4-2-3-1 is basically like the default formation. So
Yeah.
the fact that most teams play that makes it easier
Yeah,
to pick
that's true. Yeah.
in those roles.
Yeah,
With the
'Cause
Bernardo
you don't have to. You really don't have to shift anybody around.
No, yeah. And with the Bernardo pick as well, I was kind of thinking about Thomas Partey and like if I would put Fabinho or someone in there, and I was going through all these names, and something in my mind was like, what would Wenger pick?
Yeah.
I went Bernardo.
he would.
Yeah.
It's Santi Coquelin.
That was, you know what? When I was building my pivot, I was like, I got Kante, and I was like, if I didn't have Kante, if I needed a height profile, I would have picked Cazorla because I mean,
Coquelin
Yeah.
is a Z tier Kante.
People won't respect this Jorginho pick. I feel already.
Yeah, you might get slewed for having Jorginho.
Dude.
You might.
Compared to the drafts, there's no meme ass pick that wins
Yeah.
automatically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where does Big Booty Robot fit? Is he the coach? Is he the coach?
Lacazette.
Hey, I thought about having Lacazette as my second striker, just
Yeah.
because
I mean,
as a second
yeah.
striker, I couldn't think of like who would work
Maybe.
as a second striker.
Yeah, I
So
wouldn't
he
really
was a
call him
shout.
Bergkamp,
He was a
though, would
shout.
you?
No, not even close. But it's just a role that isn't used these
Yeah.
days.
yeah. Alright.
Sign Lautaro Martinez, someone, please, so we can make it.
So we can make it actually just but then we'd all have Lautaro.
Right. So is that? Did we do it? First episode of
That
the
is,
Highline.
I would say that's
think
first episode done.
Nice.
Well, we've started off with a marathon.
Yeah.
It's a long episode, but
We
yeah,
talk footy.
if anyone's listening,
So we'll be
Because we had a
back.
half-hour tangent about Manchester
we
City.
did have a half-hour
We'll-
tangent
so
about Manchester
we'll
City.
get more episodes of Gremlin Gang going on. We've got
Yeah.
a few more ideas knocking about there. There's always that draft that I want to do. But no, we're also
My guy.
Gremlin
My
Ball
guy.
is Gremlin Ball is what we're gonna run as the Highline, and we're excited. So any ideas, let us know.
Yeah,
That you want to hear. We thought we'd just start with a pretty template one. But
feel
again, you heard our tangent about City. We can just talk about nothing
Anything, yeah.
into anything.
yeah.
So
I feel like with the demographic we all are in on Twitter, I think this might get more views.
Oh,
it
should. It should.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
thanks for joining us. Hope Harry's professors, if you are watching. I went TCFB too, so rate my team better.
Well, yeah. Thank you, and
We're-
we'll just leave it there. Adios.
Ciao.
Bye-bye.
Bye.